Welcome to my MS's Grade channel. In this video, we are going to see how to make the Excel car database smart enough and chat with the data from the Excel. We're going to create a custom Copilot and make the Copilot to learn the car database from the Excel. This is the sample Excel file which has all the car details. You can see here it has the car ID and few details about the car, the basic details, and if you drill down further, it has a model, total consumption, and it has the full details about the power. And moving further down to the more detail, it has engine type and the power and detail, and it can even have the width. So it is pretty much a well end-to-end details about the car, and we are going to make this kind of chat with this data. To start with this, we need to create a new Copilot using the Copilot Studio. You can navigate to copilotstudio.microsoft.com. So to create a new Copilot, we use the new pilot. The new button would ask you few details to create a Copilot, and we are going to upload the Excel later. So this is the first step in creating the Copilot. You can directly click on create. I'm going to just skip to configure so that I can name the Copilot. I'm going to name it as car chatbot, and description would be okay. Instruction: start with car ID and you can specify those details here, and I'm going to just create. So the moment you click on create, it creates a custom Copilot for you. It takes a while to complete. So once it is done, you can see here within a minute it has created a Copilot, and you can see the list of Copilots available or created in the system. While it is still loading, see here it has started setting up. So now what you can do is that once it has started creating a Copilot, you have these options. Overview about the Copilot, it shows what are the details which are available here in the home page. And the next tab is the knowledge. Right now there is no knowledge being added into the Copilot. Here is where we're going to add the Excel as a knowledge to chat with the Copilot. And topics, it has a predefined topics and the system topics. So this would take care of greeting the Copilot, signing in. So those are all the default. If you don't want any of the existing one, you can just switch it off, but by default it creates all these topics. Action, right now we don't have any action. Action is nothing but you can execute power automate when some actions to be taken, or if you want to power automate to carry some actions, then you can create power automate. Analytics, again it is about how many queries people have been chatting, so those kind of analytics for the Copilot. And finally the channels are nothing but where you can configure your Copilot to directly be published to different channels which are available here. So right now you have these channels which are available, then you can do that. So now what we're going to do is that we're going to add the Excel. We go to the knowledge, add the knowledge, and there are several knowledges which you can see here. You can directly connect it to your public website and files and SharePoint. Now I'm going to add the Excel. So let's add the Excel here, and I'm going to drag and drop the Excel which I have in my local drive. Okay, I'm going to name this as car database. So I'm going to add. Once you start adding it, it will upload the Excel which you have. And one important thing is that make sure that Excel has a formatted table, which makes it Copilot to understand easier. You can upload any Excel, but the moment you upload, make sure that you have a structured data to get the accurate results. What I have done is that this is the table. I changed it into table format. You can see here I named the table as cars, and you have a sheet, only one sheet database, and these are the columns you can see here. So specifically I formatted it to look like a table so that Copilot can easily understand, and when you ask questions, it's pretty much more or less the accurate questions which you can ask. Okay, so right now we uploaded the knowledge database. It takes a while to process it. My suggestion is to wait till it goes to success. Right now it is in progress. It takes a while. We just uploaded. Maybe it takes about 4 to 5 minutes to make your Copilot to be the knowledge files to be completely been scanned. Let's wait for 3-4 minutes. Okay, you can see here in less than a minute or a minute the file is ready and Copilot is ready to ask questions from here. Let's ask some simple questions and see how it answers. I'm going to ask, list down all E21 car models. What you should do is that you should get all the E21 car model. So let's see, where are those E21? So these are the sample cars with the E21, and see whether it able to. Okay, yeah, you can see here E21 car models listed are. I can ask something like is there any E90 car models available? So let's ask, is there any E90 model? Let's see how it. Okay, yeah, it tells us that yes, there are several E90 car models available from some of them. Okay, so it all references back to our database. Get me all the unique models from Toyota. So this one, let's see what it does. Get me all the unique models from Toyota. Our database has the unique Toyota car models listed are. So these are the models. It says it's listed down here. Toyota models. Let's see whether it has all those. Yeah, you can see here it has few of the models, and again it gives you the good result here. And you can notice that these answers you can click on it to see the details here, and you can see it goes to unknown intent, and it is a generative answer. You can see here it gives you the generative answer with this. You can also restrict this to a specific data source. You can see here you can also restrict to a specific data source, and you can add your own prompts here. Okay, for now I just leave it like this, and let's customize it to have more details as well. So now whatever the question you are asking, it gives you the detail. I want to make it a bit slightly smart, so that, let me leave this. So I want to make it slightly smart so that every time when someone type an ID, I want to get the car detail instead just specifying anything. So for that, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to add a phrase. Based on the phrase, it will be triggered. So the phrase would be ID. It doesn't matter case sensitive, but I'm just adding different types of ID. Maybe car ID. Okay, so not really the case sensitive, car ID or ID, whatever. So once the ID is been received, I'm going to save this in a variable. set a variable and I create a new variable. This variable can be car ID, okay, and it is available to this topic for now, and the value is activity.text. Let's say this one, okay, activity.type, oh sorry, it should be activity.text. Activity.text should be like this, okay. So basically the activity.text is the one which anyone is typing here. I'm saving it in a variable, and after I save this as a variable, I'm going to just pass it to the generative answer. So the generative answer input would be the variable name, which is the car ID. And if you notice here, I'm for a safer side, I'm going to restrict this to get the value only from my database and don't allow any general knowledge to use it, because it can go into the internet and get the detail. I don't want, I want only here, customize to high, and here I'm going to slightly modify the prompt. So the prompt, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to say full car name, model, brand, then top speed and base price, for the car with, I'm going to add the variable car ID. Okay, so I'm just slightly modifying the prompt. So I'm adding this. Anyone when type an ID, it gets me the car name, so it is very specific. So I save this. Let's test this topic. Let me go back to Excel and find some car ID. So basically what I'm trying to do is that I just get this ID, copy this ID, and this is saved successfully. I'm going to just say ID with the car ID. Let's see what are the detail it brings it back. So hopefully it can bring in more details. So it has to pass through my topic. This is my topic. So whenever I say ID, it should bring it here. And it should pass through this topic. Okay, it says send failed. I tried twice. Probably I'll refresh this. Okay, it is trying to connect. Probably some connection error. Okay, it has connected. Let's change this to car ID and save this topic again, so that it is not still untitled. Okay, it has saved. Connect again. Okay, it's quick now. ID. Okay, let's see. Okay, it has passed into this phrases. It will pass the car ID, and then see here it gets the detail of the car ID. Let's see whether it gives the correct value, and see how it goes. Okay, so for the 221 E21 series BMW model of 1979 and 8, let's see that. Okay, 8th August 1979, that is correct. E21, that is correct, and it uses a super plus fuel and 55 kilowatt of 75 PS. 55 kilowatt 75 PS. Okay, super fuel. Okay, 55 kilowatt of 75 FPS, that is also correct, and have a fuel tank capacity of 58. And I was looking for the base price as well, but it have not got me the base price, but it has got all the other details. Yeah, except the base price, it has got all the details. 58 liter. So basically, if you see here in the prompt, you can specify and it gets all the detail from here. And you can also specify more details to get here. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to add more and more topics. So I'm going to add one more topic to get more details about the car. Let's add one more topic which says details. I'm going to add detail or more details. Okay, that is the trigger phrase. So now what I'm going to do is that I'm going to call again the generative answer, and in the generative answer again I'm going to make sure that I need only from this database, don't use your knowledge. And here what I'm going to do is that I'm going to add more details about my car. The more details which I am looking for is some of the details which are more relevant to it. So let me find any more details which I can get. So here let's see what are the details we can add in here. So I want to have some engine version, then fuel type, and number of gears, number of cylinders, then number of valves, and injection type. Okay, so these are the details I want to have. For the car with variable, what is the variable I have? Okay, so right now injection type, let it be. Let's see whether it picks up that. I'm going to save topic error, cancel. So we need the ID. ID is more of the activity text. Let me add the system activity text. Okay, whatever they are adding in, I'm going to pass. Okay, just save. That's it. So right now it is saving the activity, sorry, the topic. More details. I'm adding it as more details. Saved it. Okay, so now when I type more details, it should go into this topic. Okay, and it should get whatever the prompt which I am specifying in as an add-on. Hopefully, let's see whether it works and wait for the answer. Yeah, see here, it gets the engine version, fuel type, number of gear, cylinder, injection type, additional spec includes. So see here, that's how the power of the Copilot, it gets more and more details like speed, fuel consumption, and the other type. So this is how the Copilot, you can make it more and more intelligent. This is the basic Copilot which I have created from the Excel. In further videos we can see more how to make it more intelligent and add more and more options. Hope you like it. Like and subscribe.